For the love of cause, Uganda we roll. From dusty road to beams of patrol. When your steamship break it down, helping every drummer in the town. For the love, for the love, for the love of cause, Uganda. Welcome to the road where all the mist is sold. For the love of cause, Uganda. On the streets the stories right, all the new be shining bright. Your fun is and make so much love. It down no propaganda. Every papa's gotta tell. Village try to see the scale. Talk the truth, but that's the brand. For car lovers across the land. For the love of cause, Uganda we roll. From dusty road to beams of patrol. When your steamship break it down, helping every drummer in the town. For the love, for the love, for the love of cause, Uganda. Pre-purchase checks, we lead the way. Track your car, no games to play. Restore the past, drive into tomorrow. We bring the love, not just the horsepower. Is it a no or a TX ride? We'll show you what's real, don't just your hype. Style views and niche walks, we teach you more than just photos. And tools from the basics up, trucking, gear and car can stop. If a new or is his own bed, all love cause you ain't seen nothing yet. It's not driving pro, this is more than just machines. It's a love, the deal. For the love of cause, Uganda we roll. From dusty road to beams of patrol. When you still break it down, helping every door in the town. For the love, for the love, for the love of cause,
Yanooza tuyagala mmotoka ye wa benzina.
Okay man.
Abayi. Yanooza tuyagala mmotoka ye wa benzina akulaga nti ojagala nnyo. Omulayi bwampisiza. Waliwo wotuka ng'olina kukola ka mathematics. Mafi. Hey. Good morning, my people. How are you doing? Today is World AIDS Day. 1st December. Of course, we are into the new year. I hope you guys, new month. It's only going to be literally 2 weeks of productive work. The last 2 weeks are going to be for people to spend money. So you need to make money now so that you can have money to spend in the last 2 weeks. Motion by Benji, good morning. Richard Luanga, good morning. Lawrence Biamukama, good morning. Travel Live Vlog, good morning. Nuaha Norman, Ronald Mucho, you have been lost. How are you? Oluyimba ngenda batera yo linki. I have a Google Drive folder omuli enyimba zange zonna. I'm going to post them today. How are you, my people? What do you know about AIDS? Because personally, both my parents died of AIDS. An auntie that was raising me died of AIDS. Her husband died of AIDS. So I have a history with that. So I don't have it though. I wasn't born with it. So I have a history with it. So I know that it can damage families. I grew up as an orphan because of that. I have a cousin that grew up as an orphan because of that. So I don't want any of your kids to grow up as orphans because of that. And I don't want my kids to grow up as orphans because of that. So we need to be careful, vigilant, and you know, they used to say the ABCs. Yeah, they used to say the ABCs. Abstinence, being faithful, or using condoms. It's very important that we always remember that. And you know, people have been joking about HIV in the past. And teyajira miti, yajira bantu, you know. And talking to the people in the health sector, they will tell you that it's mostly the young girls that have HIV a lot. They were single kufuna. Why? Okay, the females are generally more vulnerable to getting HIV because they don't normally have they don't really have a choice with what happens to them when they accept to go and sleep with a man. Some of them do have a choice, but at that moment, the men know omukazi ndoza amagezi gamugwamu naba nga aliko omusajja akola ebyayagala. It's one of the reasons I've been telling you guys, a man should be a man. Else, agende n'oyo omupya. I've been saying it that abasajja basonyiwa abakazi abenze. Kumireyo, buli musajja asonyiwa omukazi omwenzi oli musiru. I will tell you again. Buli musajja asonyiwa omukazi ayenze oli musiru. Now people are going to say, but we have built properties together and all. Guys, omukazi. Sorry guys, today is World AIDS Day, and that's why I'm being a little bit hard on what I'm saying. Arthur, mirimu obudde tebunganya nkitegeera muganda wange nkitegeera kasita olaba agaba 30 Steve Bano, hi George Senkubuge, David Sembatya network enzijeko nga nkyabagamba omusajja yenna asonyiwa omukazi omwenzi. Any man that forgives a promiscuous wife or girlfriend, you are an idiot. You are an idiot, because if you have been with a lady, you would know that at that moment, no woman is in her right mind. You will do whatever you want. And good morning, Alexander Jotham, and Starch, good morning. And you guys know that the moment a woman comes to you when she has a husband or a boyfriend, she doesn't respect the boyfriend or husband. She doesn't even want the boyfriend or husband anymore. So what makes you think that your woman is special? She will go to another man and continue loving you. Women were not built like men. A man can have another woman and still love the wife. A woman can't. I don't know if the moment a woman goes to another man, she's hoping that man wants her more than the husband. And she's just waiting for the moment that man tells her, so any man that forgives a cheating girlfriend or wife is an idiot, and you're going to end badly. You will either get STDs, which includes HIV, hepatitis B, and those are very dangerous diseases. I've also heard of HPV. HPV is one thing we have to study. But there's HIV and hepatitis B. Those are very dangerous. They kill you almost the same way. Hepatitis is the one that makes your stomach go big, bulge, like it's a pineapple. And HIV, obviously, we all know how HIV takes you. But guys, I'll tell you that if your wife or girlfriend is promiscuous, if you don't get disease, she and the new boyfriend will kill you in cold blood. I've had stories. It's just that men, there is no man that will come and share their story live. But I tell you, I know men that ended on the brink of their wives getting a machete with the new boyfriend. I'm saying this because today is World AIDS Day, but also I find that people are normalizing the thing of, especially us men, people are telling you that it's normal, because it's normal for a man to get another woman, that it's normal for your wife to get another. It's different. Women are emotional beings. The moment she goes to another man, she wants that man. She doesn't want you. Because the biggest population here is men. And I find that because we as men, millennials and Gen Zs, there has not been any mentorship at all on that front. So tukola byetwagala. A promiscuous woman should not be in your house. Starch, togenda yeyo. My guy, the one I told you who failed to work because of a woman, guy yagano okudda okukola. All the money he sent to the woman agule plot of land omukazi yagula waabwe. Oyo mukazi yayita mwagala. And guys, let's just put this out there. If a woman shows you that she does not want you, for whatever reason, even if she used to want you and she all of a sudden doesn't want you anymore, yeah, leave. I know it will heart and all, but leave. We have been talking with Mama Aban for a couple of months, and you know, she was threatening me. She was okunoba bichi. There have been a lot of threats in my house, but me, I don't take the threats lightly. But mostly she's threatening that if I get another wife, things will go south. That for her, mwajja kunoba ate nze njo mutwala janobede wa mama we. Ate nzije munone nga bunaku mutwale ku mulimu ate we mara muzze wa mama we. Ate mbu nzire ye waka kakasenti nzize ye waka. Mbu she will be punishing me. Nemekuddaye woli omukazi. Because I said kati what's the problem there? Since time immemorial, King Solomon had 300. King David had how many? But here we are getting threats. It's like we are no longer men. It's like we are no longer men. Abakazi batukanga mbogeza no waso omukazi omulala bichi. There is a time I was asking Mama Aban, neka kati gweddala. We were with her friends, and I was asking Mama Aban, you look at your friends here. Can you tell me that if I marry one of your friends here, and they all agreed that if I married one of them as a second wife, definitely obugaga bweyongera. Guys, I know you people are saying Mama Aban bino wanabi udari mu motoka. That's why I'm saying this, so that bana agendo bimuga anti bawo yagambye bino nga yabaddemu mwali. Anyway, guys, happy new month. Today is World AIDS Day. It's important that we stay vigilant, we be careful so that we don't get the virus. And I also want you to know that the vaccine is there, 6-month vaccine. What they haven't told us is what are the side effects. Now we matter about that the COVID vaccine has side effects. Even the HIV vaccine could have side effects. Now, personally, me, I already got hepatitis B, the hepatitis B vaccine. They inject you 3 times. Mwari, ampere, mwari. Jagala manye nti byatukanga. Fenga abasajja abaganda. Muli basajja abaganda. Tukangiddwa nnyo kati ate engeri gye ndi ku broadcast alina kyakola, alina kubimira bumizi. Guy, I want you guys to always remember that obulamu kintu kya bbeeyi. Ate guys, I've always told you mulwane nnyo mu kuza abaana bammwe. Omwana wasoma ayite mu university. Okitegeera. It's one of the reasons I encourage you guys to not take borders whenever you can. Okitegeera. Try as much as possible to avoid taking borders. Buli wamuvugawo. So anyway, guys, yesterday I was talking about okubatiza emotoka. The gentleman that is buying a lorry, I think later this week, sent me to see a truck. It's just Mitsubishi Canter. And the morning council Patrick Asiku kati aborugambo tobabazeemu magezi nima nabagamba buli kyenjogera wano ku broadcast Mama Aban abakimanyi era bwogenda n'obigamba neyefuula anyiza abaka azanya katemba. Aba yanyiga n'abivaako. So anyway, may I tell you guys, I think men should start having these open conversations with their women. But as you have that open conversation, look at her face. You need to study the face and see which direction it's going so that you are ready. If the face is showing you something that is suspicious, then you know your place. We have been having this conversation for a very long time. mwe mwavu kunkanga nengamba naye nzo omusajja omukulu. Yeah. Because when we talked about that thing ekyokuno banemugambye I can go nze nenkulekera ennyumba n'emmotoka nze nengenda, and she said mbongo gende woli omukazi terigendayo. Mwanga terigendayo, osigala wano teri kufuluma. Buli lunaku olina okujja mu nnyumba mubeeremu ne kamera nkulabye nti okomyewo ate okomyewo wekka kubonereza. You people. Some of us, we have seen domestic violence. Good morning, Julia Sengowa. So guys, I was talking about a Moroke Mbatize yesterday. Gentleman sent me to go look at the Mitsubishi Canter for him. And I went to see it. Mbatize. Kati Moroke Mbatize, a baptized car. Now, when a car gets baptized, we have seen it. You look at that car, the body is almost unrepairable. You get it? But that car is unibody. The chassis and the body are the same. They are not separable. Like you see a Hilux, the chassis and the body are different, or the chassis and the cabin and the tray are different. So you can find a double cabin that has only a chassis and the cabin, or the chassis and the tray. You get? So literally you could buy a cabin for a double cabin, or you could buy a tray. Excuse me. You could buy a tray for the double cabin and maintain the chassis as long as the chassis doesn't change. However, there are cars that where it's illegal for you to change the body or the chassis of that car. For example, the car that I am seated in, it's a unibody. The chassis and the body and the cabin are one. So technically, these people are going through the lights. Technically, it's not legal. Batutadde n'engombe yo nongevuga bubi ne mama kajja muko mukalaba. So anyway, guys, it's illegal for you to change the chassis or the body of your car. Eyo kigego giraba, that one bagigolodde emirundi n'emirundi kati okuddawo tesobola kuddawo kuwooma. So you know what traders do? The traders will come, they will get the logbook, they'll get the number plates, yeah, and the chassis tag of that car. Okay? Then they'll transfer those things to a body that looks better. Bajemo kalika chassis tag, bateke mwako. Now, what happens with the bodies of those cars is that, yes, the car has a chassis tag, but even on the body somewhere, the chassis number is also written, or the frame number is also written. Like ojja kusanga ku mmotoka zino ezaffe ezimu oinaka chassis tag somewhere, naye wali mu bonnet on the body itself waliwo wagiwandiika, it's like a stamp to show you that it's a unibody thing. So what they do is they will get the chassis tag by stamping it somewhere. Ne wali chassis tag, wali chassis stamp, basalewo ne gas balete chassis stamp eyene moroka gye bajjeko the details. Eyo stamp bagikole ki bagyochere ku body empya gye baleese. Now that is something that is rarely checked in Uganda by Ministry of Works or URA or Uganda Police, but you will find that it could actually happen once in every like 4 years, where they just stop cars randomly checking the chassis to figure out if anyone tried to change it. That's how they figured out. You remember in the weekly roundup, I told you about the impounded vehicles by URA. That's how they found that out. So a car comes from South Sudan with its own chassis, with its own logbook and number plates. So these people go to wherever they could buy new number plates, logbook and chassis, and what they do is they buy the logbook, they buy the chassis tag, and they buy even that car body part that has the stamp, and they come and they come and they weld the chassis stamp of the other car from where they got the logbook. They weld it on their own car. So emoroka yayingira e Sudani nene bajikwata ne bateka kibibyo. Now that's how they got those cars bakwata ku border, the ones I talked about on the weekly roundup. Yeah, so that's what happened. And that's so when we went to see this truck, the same thing they did for the chassis. Now because when they change the chassis, yeah, when they change the chassis and then they have an engine also that's not for that car, they need to legitimize even the engine ya counter number yayo eri ku broker. It's very visible. It's not like some of our cars. It's very hard for you to see the engine number, but with the counter it's very visible. When you lift the head like this, it's the same thing that you will see. So ngane engine number ya counter yo bagisimulako ni batekako numbers ezabwe. Now I know that in everything mu buli kimu there are professionals. Kati waliwo professional b'okubatiza emmotoka ng'agibatiza ebyaddala. You need to be able to see those things. That's why sometimes, especially for you guys that are buying used cars, that's why you need inspection. Ojagule emmotoka nga namu buli kimu naye nga you did not see that part. So you drive it for 2 years. In the 3rd year, they come and URA will just come and take the car because if God helps you nebata kusiba. I think that you with that kanga mbatize. URA gets you the baptized car. Trust me, it's a criminal case. It's theft. Why? They'll ask you where is the actual car that you stole these things from. Then secondly, they'll be arresting you for fraud. They call that fraud. So you need to understand that it's something that is actually serious, especially with commercial vehicles. Why? Because commercial vehicles work a lot. So in working a lot, the frame gets damaged, the body gets damaged. You get it? So they want to go and make it new. Like that's the counter we went and saw. This guy was making me see this counter because it had a digital number plate and it looked new. Right? And this is normally the thing that I tell you. Because it's a way to kawali abasajja banzize ebbali kati abasajja bakanta babadde banzize ebbali kanta ya $5,500 mu bondi ya $8,800,000 kati ogula kanta ya $5,500 olwokuba ina digital number plate olwokuba enyirira lwaki togenda n'okwata $4,000,000 ne weewola kanta mu bondi. Kati if you find someone that is prone to getting the bribes, nze abasajja banzize ebbali because I've never seen the person that is buying the truck. Simulabangako ndaba ku WhatsApp ate on WhatsApp DPs. Sometimes you guys put your grandfather, sometimes you put your brother. So I don't know if the person on DP is the person that I see is the person that is going to buy the truck. So but I called the person before. I don't know if they're his friends. So I told him, let's check the car to baleme kunyiga. But even when we checked the car, we actually realized even the engine was bad. Kati mumoroka za diesel ezo compression. When the compression is not as escapes and goes back below the pistons, yeah, then the oil will be coming through the dipstick. Now they know. So what they do, bajizizika dipstick bajizizika neba ngatekomya one wali ka pressure wo kalaba wansi ku dipstick wetandikira. Those are some of the things that probably most people will not be able to see. But anyway, so emoroka embatize jezi, you can even find a center like that. Nga bagigule Sudani nga mpya okitegeera nero okuba tebagala sasura musolo. Kati you can find, for example, normally I phone people that buy cars wano IST ya $1,000,000 ne bagimuletera nga ye Sudani nga bagimuguza 18. Na ye legally, if you buy that car 18 million, you're supposed to go and pay tax to URA. So they will tell you you don't have to pay tax. Ngubatiza. Ukwata million tano, ngubatize morokayo. That's what I've had. I have not seen anyone that did it. I've not done it. I don't have first-hand information, but I have had. What we've been to and Mumoroka, I've inspected cars before and I saw those things. Right? So is the Moroka to skipping and skipping. Sometimes the person that is buying, I don't even tell them to vaovi. Tugenda yina atamanya nti Moroka ibadde why? Because oyinza okwogera ate omuntu najja n'abyasanguza. Okitegeera. So, but that happens a lot. But after the rate of divorce is high, what's happening? Olaba nawe you throw a jab at Mama Ban that you want to leave and get someone. Sinagamba konta I want to get someone. Mama Ban yangamba nti bwe mbambu nfunye mbunno naye yangamba talina gy'alaga. Ava kukikonfirming. So there is no divorce. Divorce abeerayo ndooza nga omukazi takwagala nga yakkowadde. Omukazi bw'aba takwagala divorce abeerawo. Lukenge Jovan high, Arganyera Derika high, Go Highlights high, Pepper Hamim high, Hussein Batulinia high, Savage Queen. Starch, why do you want to community psychology? Isn't that money wasted? And the modern Jews high. Well, guy, divorce is not high. I think, for me personally, I think divorce is happening, one, in relationships that never started, because you can be in a relationship alone. Do you know that? Mostly men, a lot of men are in relationships alone. Mama Ban tasobya, we want Mama Ban forever. Unoza yaya inajalaga. Yangamba yajja. Yajja mazeko. Sometimes men are in relationships alone. Abera mu relationship ngajirimu yekka. Abera mu relationship ngajirimu yekka naye nga tomanyi gwe ng'omusajja you don't know. You vibe a chick for some time. She refuses. You vibe her for 2 years. Eventually she accepts. And you think she has accepted because she has feelings for you. Kumbe she has accepted because she wants somewhere to live. Or she has accepted because you look to be a responsible man. So she's not accepting because akwagala. She's accepting because, well, you're a responsible man. She's accepting because you're a responsible man. It's mostly women walking out from their homes, even for no serious reason. With social media, abakazi begomba nnyo, you can see it on their statuses. Guys, omukazi anobewe because there is something you cannot do for her. Aba yayita kwagalangako. But also, guys, some of us do not understand Uganda. Yes. Sorry, gang. Let me keep to English. Guys, okay, let me just do this. We as men have to understand that a woman will accept you for many reasons, not only love. And once a woman does not love you, she'll keep looking for love. I want us to understand that. Once a woman doesn't love you, she'll keep looking for love. Okay? The moment she discovers, she finds love, she will leave you. I don't know if you guys get what I'm saying. Or the moment she discovers love, she'll keep cheating on you with the people she thinks she loves. And when she does that, that's why I've been telling you guys. The moment you discover that your woman has someone else, just be civil. For me, we have an agreement with Mama Aban. It's very clear. The moment she finds someone, she needs to go with that someone. She leaves my kids. She leaves everything that is mine here. She needs to be able to find someone that can build a life from zero, like I did with her. They start from zero. She gets her clothes and she goes. The silence is me confirming if what I'm saying is what we agreed. Check the head. No, not the head if it's what we are. She has nodded. So we are on the same page. For us, we have agreed. The moment she finds someone else, the next move is to go with that person and move on. Nzabana abange basigale wange bagende batandike family noli. And it feels like it's a joke, but it's something that we have been talking about for a very long time. Ochitegeere nga tekirimu na chi tekirimu bias tekirimu chi, because that's how the world works. Me, I've worked with whites, and that's how they do it. Ne bwaba abadde n'omukazi for 10 years, omukazi kastaafu n'omuntu omulala, the logical thing for them to do is to separate. Why? Women love, and she either loves you or she loves another person. So if she doesn't love you, she will love the other person, and the other person, because you're in the way of that person's happiness, will plot to get you out of the way. You get? Or if she sees you're in the way of their happiness, she will work together with the other person to eliminate you. We have had those stories of men falling in bathrooms, of women knocking down their men at the gate. You could be right, and it seems love to them is meeting all the demands. Imagine a woman keeps despising her husband because he doesn't have the latest car or having built in a Karina yet. Oyo mukazi abatakwagalanga ko. Guys, a woman that loves you will stay with you in chiwunya. Emwe gotonaba ku mukazi ali mu love. Kanvugenga aba taxi. Mwe bagayi, omukazi ali mu love. Omukazi ali mu love. Ebirala byonna tebimataringa. That's why you people keep asking, ono omukazi yagala ki ku musajja ono? Naddala nga talina ssente, talabika bulungi, talina mubiri, tayitasulamu ku kyuma nga Arthur, talina career. Oyo omukazi ng'omanya ayagala bbaawe. True love. Sibe kiri? No, if it's correct. That the woman will, with true love, can love you even when you have nothing. Wow. She has nodded. It's also true that omukazi waba ayagala bbaawe ne bwayenda emirundi 10 aba akyamwagala. Sikyo? Love evaawo. Love evaawo. Don't be biased. Just answer the question. Love evaawo besigalawo. No, if it stays. My husband is confused. Does the love stay, or it goes simply because the man has it? It goes. It stays, it goes. It goes, it stays. What do we use? It goes, it stays. The love goes or it stays. You buried someone because guys, in the bathrooms, yes, people fall, but married men most of them are not accidents. If a married man who has some money falls in the bathroom, in my thoughts, in my thinking, most of the time it's not accidents. It's very hard for a man to fall in the bathroom and just die. But most of those married men that fall in the bathrooms, they find them dead. It's strange. You get it? If I stay after he cheats, I'm definitely plotting something. The love goes after cheating. There is no in between. I'm waiting for Mama Band's answer. The love goes or it stays? Yeah? So the love goes. That's why I'm biting the nails. It goes, it doesn't go. Is it disappointment or love going? Is it love going or disappointment? Nancy, let us not mistake these things. Is it love going or disappointment? Eh? So the love goes. Eh? Your answer is not clear. So it means that the moment your wife catches you cheating, tunda mwebi byogende. Eh? Muchiwulidde basajja bannange. The moment your wife knows that you have another woman, talk to her nicely, separate, and go to that other person. So it means that even our mothers, the love had gone. So it means that when the husband cheats, the love of the wife goes. So the wife also finds someone else that they will love. Then I have one, Nancy, don't go Nancy. Then I also have one question. The women that have left their husbands because their husbands cheated, why do they end up coming back to their husbands, their former husbands, as side chicks? Nancy, just answer this question. I'm also waiting for Mama Ban to answer me one Mukama. When the woman leaves the husband because the husband cheated, why is it always the case that she comes back as a side chick? Sometimes even when she has another person. Why? Nancy, answer the question. Yeah. Bagai katemba ali mu Moroka wano. Katemba ali mu Moroka wano bannange. So does that mean the love went? Or it was disappointment that made you think the love went? Eh? Is it the disappointment that makes you think the love went? But it's still there? Guys, I'm going to have this conversation again with Mama Abba. I'll give you a conclusion. Because we have seen those things, I'm going to read your comments. Nice. Guys, today is World AIDS Day. Don't cheat on your partners. Don't. Be faithful. Be faithful. Try to be faithful. I got your email about, okay, ono Acosta kamu blocking. Nancy, I'm waiting for the answer. I believe she's nodding like I'm Indian right now. The love goes. Nancy, I'm waiting for my answer. If the love goes, why is it that almost always after leaving, the ex-wife comes back as a side door? Because those are stories we have had a lot of the times. A lot of the times we have had those stories. Wanji? Guys, welcome to December. It's the month of Jesus's birth. It's the month of Jesus's birth. It's the month of Jesus's birth. And what the Christmas tenatuka kati mweche mbamanya kati mama bani agenze kati demu mbozi za feza bulijjo. Ndoza kati mukitegedde nti ebintu byennyumya mbinyumya nga tewali kwekubirira, tewali kwetiitira. Nancy, where are you? I'm waiting for my answer. I think because being cheated on hurts more than being cheated with. Water never forgets where it had passed. So, Nancy, you have not answered the question. Does the love go or it stays? Does the love go or it stays? Because if the love went and you found someone that you loved, another person that you actually love, then you would not be coming back to your ex-husband. Loving someone does not mean that there won't be damage. You trust your car for a long journey, but along the way, the tires burst. But for your love, the car can't change. So some is to your man or woman. Same is to your man or woman. So the love stays. The love doesn't go. I thought so. I thought so. I thought so. She'll come to YouTube. Guys, one thing I want you to know is that she knows how I think. Hey, she knows how I think. She knows how I think. She knows what I'm capable of. And men, I think your women should know what you're capable of. Tebajja kuba manyira. Kati, you guys mwarabye kanarenga agamba mbuno bamukuba. Like, omusajja gwe bakuba, there is light there. Omusajja gwe bakuba asana naffe tumukube. Like, bakuba batya gwe, batya. Say bamukuba ata midde. And guys, I'm not laughing about this because I am insensitive, but a man like Canary to be beaten by a woman like Bamuitani Oyom, Sasha Ferguson. For a man like Canary, look at his size and look at the size of the woman that beats him. Clearly, she beats him when he's drunk. I don't know if you guys get what I'm saying. She clearly beats him when he's drunk. Probably she's trying to tell him stop getting drunk. You get? We have all seen. Pana morning. Guys, we have seen men that get drunk. We have all seen men that get drunk being beaten by their relatives. Even their children beat them sometimes. We have seen that. So we know that men that get drunk, silly, get beaten by their relatives, not just their wives. So if the allegation that Canary gets drunk a lot are true, then it definitely means that the wife has been beating him when he's drunk. Sicho? So guys, don't get drunk also. That's also another thing. And also, since it's World AIDS Day, I'd like to remind you that one of the reasons most people get HIV is because they get drunk and they have sex with the wrong people. Mr. Arthur, there is someone cheating and adds on disrespect. I will have you again. Muchiravye! Oh, that's how you get them super guys. If you cheat and don't disrespect, the love stays. If you cheat and disrespect, the love goes. Can you imagine? They did a wedding for 1 billion. Kale singa yagulamu Subaru would be enjoying. To see me, Enos, those people have been in their relationship for a very long time. Probably they even started in high school, probably like in senior 1. So I think they actually love each other. But I think, guys, a drunkard person is very hard to tolerate. For you to tolerate a drunkard person, they have to be extra talented. In my company, the performance company, Dynamo, we have a dude that is okay. Now he's better. He used to be a drunko. He used to be the kind of drunko that even falls on the road. I am telling you, that kind of drunko. He would come to rehearsals drunk. I kept him around because as drunk as he was, I would give him a script as big as this. He would have all my lines. All of them. So there are times that I would have to have someone on him. And then there are stories he told us that are strange. He would tell us, so there are people that get drunk to the point of sleeping in a ditch. Na kugamba nasura mu mwala ngendo zukka kumachanga mukoka ampisemu. So a drunkard is very hard to tolerate. So if Canary says he was being beaten, there are chances that he was beaten because he was drunk. Ngajata midde ye walula ati ngalwacho mukazi takuba. Kati ngama baninza nkuba. Bwemba sigongo badde stroke yankuba. Bwemba sigongo obwongo bwange bukyakola. Nge mikono newemba nyina mikono joko mukazi tankuba. Okitegeera, I would have to first of all be beaten spiritually. omwoyo gwangwina okubanga gwamenyeka. My spirit has to be broken first for you to start beating me as a woman. Okitegeera, eh? But with Canary, we obviously know that if she was being beaten, it's probably because he was drunk. So, and I don't so anyway, guys, today is World AIDS Day. Don't drink a lot. Don't get drunkard, because if you get drunkard, if you become a drunkard, your chances of getting HIV, hepatitis B, HPV, and a bunch of those STDs and STIs are higher, because you're going to be sleeping with the wrong person. Some people don't end up not knowing. I was listening to a story where someone was saying that for them to get horny. She's not realistically, she's not horny, but she gets horny. And by tomorrow morning, she wakes up, she doesn't know what happened because it was in the moment. They are called aphrodisiacs. And those things are given to chicks when they go out to bars most of the times. They go to house parties, they are given those things. So she wakes up tomorrow morning when she was used and she doesn't know. And in cases like that, that's when most of the people get HIV. Now we are saying HIV because HIV affected Uganda a lot, especially in the 90s. Most of us people that grew up as orphans, we were orphaned because of HIV. And at that time, of course, there was no treatment and all. But now, people are getting HIV because of things like that. You go to the club, you get drunk, especially chicks. Bananga taba wala nadara wala bato 18 to 25 there. Baba bachari excited. They are still hot. So yes, there is demand for them, but the demand for them, what they don't know is not the actual demand they want. It's the demand that ends up getting them sick. And then some of us in our 30s, like some of you guys that have not yet gotten women, we end up getting a 24-year-old girl. And sometimes you get blinded, you don't go for testing, or you go for testing, she got the virus last month or last week, and then you end up getting the virus yourself, you get. And yeah. And then you remember when we had the gentleman from KCK, and he said the reason why women get the virus a lot is because they are not used to using condoms. So even when they go to the side guy, they'll not use a condom because they're not used to using a condom. I think it's the same thing with married men. They're not used to using a condom. So when they go to a side chick, they'll also not use a condom. And that's where the HIV comes in. And it devastates families, guys. I'll tell you this. For me, from what I know about my dad, he was one of the well-to-do guys in his family. He had Costas, he had taxis. He's one of the guys that were some of the first mechanics in the 90s. He was a panel beating guy. He had the homes in Natete. When he died, everything was sold by his brothers. You get, everything was sold by his brothers. And of course, the lands that there were the lands that were not valuable at that time. That those lands, even now as we speak, an acre can be sold at like 10 million. My stepbrother recently sent me I think they sent me 100,000, about 90,000. So there's a piece of land that they sold and they kept, I think, 12 million as siblings. I'm not really close to them, but I think I'm still a sibling. So they sent me 90K and they kept 12 million as siblings. So you can imagine land, they will sell 12 million now. At that time, it probably would have had the value of like 100 or 50,000 shillings at that time. So he had plenty of land. So he was not a badly off guy. But because he died, yeah, and if it were not for HIV, he would not have died. He had cars. Borders were few then. So accidents rarely killed the people because the traffic was not as much as now. So he would have probably lived on and his children would have gone to school. When he died, his eldest son, I think, was around P7. And then I think the relatives tried to take him a little bit further until senior 4. But because he was a boy who was the heir, he did not have a lot of guidance. He sold all the properties that he had inherited. including the home that he had in Natete, which is gay, right? So a lot of bad things happen when you leave your children young. So if nothing motivates you to be careful, let raising your kids motivate you. Me, one thing that motivates me is that I want to raise my kids. I want to see my kids go through university. For real, if he cheats and apologizes when he means it, I forgive. But I will only be understanding if it was only with one person. If not, that Sinagalwala, my love for you feds. Does it fed? So extra good morning. So guys, try as much as possible to protect yourself. And of course, I think over the years, the numbers of HIV could have gone down because there is also hepatitis B. And a lot of people that die of hepatitis B, we mistake them for HIV. So every person that in your village died of something that you people called HIV, Yazimba Akabuto, or HIV. I remember one of my uncles, Yazimba Akabuto, Yari Muganda Watata Wangi, one of those guys that sold my dad's properties. He got sick, and for a very long time, he was really tiny, but he had a big kabeli. And most of those guys have hepatitis B, not HIV. But all the other signs and symptoms, they are close to what HIV will do. So I'm thinking that there are so many people that died of hepatitis B, but because hepatitis B is not as publicized as HIV, so we still think they died of HIV. So let's try to be as careful as the clergyman has said. Dasha, there is nothing like apologize when he means it. Or David Clergy, they have told you, as long as there is no disrespect. As long as there is no disrespect. And also, clergyman, I want you also remember, the men are few. There are few men. And actually, the men are fewer than women. But also the responsible men. The responsible men are fewer. There is a story I had. And I heard from a reliable source. I think I've kind of shared this story. Woman separate with her man. They separate for like 10, 15 years. Yeah, the woman goes on to multiple men. But all those men either disrespect her, or they're irresponsible, or they're just users. But then she goes back and remembers, yes, my man was not perfect, or my man did this and that. Well, now they are married. After separating for like 15 years, you get, they are married. My religion, we do for at least let him marry a second wife. Dasha! Starch, do you listen to what Dasha? Starchy. Oh, the Madame Dasha Biagame knows a starch what is also Siramuka. So that you have an excuse. You people, on the ground things are different. On the ground things are different. And you guys have seen those memes on X where people are asking that now, why would a man cheat on this woman? And then every post on X that has that thing, you find someone asking, Bamukuem, we are not perfect. Obviously, we are not perfect. And no one is perfect. But regardless of that, Dasha Yachimazi, Dasha Akozechi, clergyman, Mr. Chito, Dasha has finished the conversation by concluding that yes. Anyway, guys, today is World AIDS Day. As you move through your day, I want you to remember that AIDS kills. Okay? AIDS kills. AIDS kills. AIDS and let's even leave the killing alone. AIDS will ashame you. AIDS will ashame you. Everyone will know. Everyone will know. Everyone will know. So we use it as a joke. When one of my guys gets sick, I'll normally ask, hey, we ask, it's a joke that we throw around. So it's important for you guys to always remind yourselves there are STDs that are deadly that will ashame you. Like I had this an STD that affects the mouth. Like you go to the hospital and even all the nurses know. And they be talking about you. Arthur, you know a man can cheat on you, telling the side chick everything. Everyone will know you're not a virgin. Dasha, gwe nakutegedde dda, Dasha kyatayagala ye disrespect. Dasha ayagala mu respecting takuinaako buzibu. The consequence of cheating if a cheating partner are not worth it. Yes, Nancy, they are definitely not worth it. They are definitely not worth it. So guys, once you get cheated on, it's important for you to weigh your options and most probably leave. Mr. Arthur, don't quote me wrong. I can tolerate with one lady, but if it's beyond one nedda, muchiwulidde. Starchy. Dasha musiramu waddala. Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah rabbil alamin. Bagamba batya Keeko. Alhamdulillah. Mwe tetugenda kusiramuka tugwewo. Kyeka lwasa kye yava asiramuka. Anyway, guys, we are joking about these things, but AIDS is real. And vaccine yandibanga weewo batonagisamu birigo. Just know you're still prone. Hepatitis B is as bad as AIDS. I think it's even worse. Because with HIV, it's a tablet that will damage your liver. With hepatitis B, the virus itself will damage your liver. And then you'll get a katumbi. So try as much. Find a hobby. Find something else to do. That's what mwagadde solo. Yeah. Starting no mukazi wali mwangu ibe nga tebanna mubba kuba bayinza okumubba. Anyway, guys, mukama wampero mokisa, don't forget I do pre-purchase inspection. I know you guys are buying a lot of cars in the next couple of weeks. You need to take me to do inspection. Why? This is how you support the channel. This is how we keep bringing the videos, even the one we're going to give you today. The only way we can bring those videos is if Arthur makes some money. The money comes from you. Which take it. The money comes from you. So pre-purchase inspection, pre-sale inspection, post-purchase drive test, and then of course the diagnostic service that I offer. Byonna 450, 250, 200 and 300,000. Ezo sente bwozireta ziyamba ku channel kusigala ng'etambula. Okitegeera. Uganda basponsor babirira ddala batono. Basponsor tebaliiyo. Guys, kamba sibule. I support polygamy of 2 halal wives, not cheating man who jumps one to another. Kasita mukitegedde baganda bange. Motion by Benji, Richard Wanga, Lawrence Byamukama, Travel Live Vlog, Noah Norman, Rodan Muchwa, Katamba Isaac Katende, Momo, Morad K Momo VIP, Steve Bano, Agaba, Ronald Muchwa Kumaze, George Senkubugi, David Sembatya, Sereko Starch, or your Starch what Dasha Starch, tojana kunyega, ogenda sikisekera mu kikonde. Ginel, Paul Sema VIP, Alexander Jotham, Empire FX Bot, Nima, Kansa Patrick Asiku, Julia Sengoba, Henry Modern Jews, Savage Queen, Hussein Batuline, Pepe Hamim, Lukenge Jovan, Aleganyira Derek, Go Highlights, Jovio Alex, Paul Ntalo, Chairman Zach, Kato Muhammad, Arthur teri kugabana bintu. Jokabali. Waliwo Jokabali yabuziza teri kugabana bintu nga twawukanye. Guys, omukazi bwayenda. Kino kanchi bagambire wano. Omukazi bwayenda abafunye omusajja akusinga. Byonna bye mubadde nabyo bibyo. Ne waba yateekako sente zisinga zizo, omukazi bwayenda agende woli. Nga bwe yakola naawe makole naye. Arthur, letting go is not as easy as is a task for some people. Lakin gang hi, mwebale kubeerawo John Paul Dasha to see me Enos room consult Dasha 256, thank you very much. Fahad Kami, thank you. Solo Extra, David Chito Klaji, Emmanuel Wycliffe. Starch, wait, Dasha. Starch is quiet because he's laughing in the heart. He's laughing in the heart. He's laughing in the heart saying, oh, I hit the jackpot. Guys, thank you very much for being part of the broadcast. I'll see you tomorrow morning in Market Tuesday. I wish you a very good start of the month of December. I would like to remind you that the next 2 weeks are the only productive weeks, really productive weeks in December. The rest of the 2 weeks, abantu asking about genda mcharo. So if you're going to make money now, yes, Osi Pankura, it's very good. If you're going to be making money, try as much as possible to make the money in the next 2 weeks. If you're going to give me money for inspection, please bring it on. Nze ne ku Christmas nja kebere mmotoka bobo oyagala. Nze sigenda mbyalo. Nja kubeera ne Christmas tujja kebere mmotoka. Naye guys, I wish on Saturday I think I'm going for an introduction somewhere. One of my hobbies is getting married. Batulima mbo tebalyangako. Teirai bali balimba. Kale the man possible. But the woman no. Era to omukyala yeto amuga olimbo no yo musajja kisoboka na yeggwe. Ekisoboka kuba omusajja twasomanga naye nga tumulaba nga tesinyonnyo. Omukyala. But these are the bintu byenjogera, by the way, tubyogera openly. So guys, I don't want you to think njogera ku bantu nga tebamanyi. Ne bwe tuba nabera ne bwe tunaba kwanjula tugenda batu bakuba olube. So the things that normally I say, I was with someone nagane atojabyoga ne mugana negwe sengo manye ebyama byennyina. Like when I talked about the gentleman Origo Basiba, namugamba batangera kola video mu story because it's a very good story. Yesterday sas to debut man nabadde nkoyi nageze ne neighbor kakatika nyambuke mu office ngaba inspection tebannajja nsoke nstulemu nyina mu obuma mu office omo bwe nkola mu repu zange nga 15 oba 2 mbawo siri kyekimu kangene nstulemu ngaba inspection tebannajja. May the good Lord bless you. Mugambe hi guys, I wish you a very lovely day. Ciao.